Well, Dawn, I'm so glad you're all right. Look, I want to get you on this breaking news. Lots of outrage today about the fact the BBC are going to be spending a lot of our licence fee payer money to make a TV drama about the life and times of the disgraced paedophile BBC presenter, Jimmy Savile. This seems like a strange move by the Beeb, Dawn.
Well, I mean, I've literally just seen this news, Dan. It is a bit astonishing, is it, considering all the trouble the BBC are in any case with our, the over 75s licence fees and basically the politically correct rows they get themselves into. So it's a bit astonishing. I mean, considering the BBC were, everyone seemed to know back in the day what was going on with Jimmy Savile. It's like, oh yeah, there's always gossip about him, wasn't there? And they seem to ignore it and literally let him get away with committing the most horrendous crime. So the fact they've now decided to make this programme about him, I'm not quite sure the thinking behind this or why they should be doing it. I think they've got things to sort out before they start doing this. And I personally don't particularly want my licence fee going on something like that. I mean, it just doesn't seem right, especially when you are stopping vulnerable pensioners who have never been more vulnerable than they are at the moment with the whole coronavirus things from getting their free licenses. I mean, what is the thinking? It doesn't feel right. I certainly wouldn't want to watch it, I must admit.
No, I wouldn't want to watch it. And I hope there's going to be a lot of self-flagellation in that documentary, Dawn, because as you point out, it was proven many, many, many folk at the BBC knew about what Jimmy Savile was up to, and they didn't expose it at the time. He wasn't exposed until after he died, which is a disgrace and a black stain on the reputation of the BBC forevermore. And one TV drama isn't going to change that. But Dawn, I want to move on to your column in today's Daily Star. You say that you're now more terrified of the government than of coronavirus itself. What do you mean?
Well, Dan, they've been hopeless. As we've said in the past, at the beginning of all this, when it was all new, none of us knew what we were really facing. I was all for supporting the government because that's all we had at the time. But, Dan, 8 months on, we are still in literally the same position. We have gone back to square one. And what I really got annoyed about in my column this week was the fact that the only way out of this hellish loop of lockdown, of circuit breaking, whatever you want to use phrases, it's still the same thing. The only way out of it is to develop an effective testing, tracing and tracking system. We have had 8 months in this country to do that, and we have got nowhere. We have spent over £12 billion on systems that have proved so bad. It's they're not world beating, they're not beating anything, they are dreadful. And yet there are countries that have managed, like South Korea, to do so brilliantly without lockdowns, without huge death toll, without the doom and gloom and despair we're putting on people in this country. Why haven't we done it, Dan? If we'd have done that back in March and April, we would not be even having this debate now about locking down huge parts of the country again. Wales literally building a wall in between us so we can't travel. I mean, it's insane. And I totally blame the government for this. We've wasted so much money. And I just don't know why we haven't concentrated on this one important thing. The only key to unlocking coronavirus is an effective testing and tracing regime, and we can't even do that. What have the government been doing all summer?